Good morning, this is Ms. G. The teacher tip of the day today is to get the circulation going before you start the academics. So if we're really having a hard time either getting motivated, thinking that they can do it, or just making that memory really stick in, we thought that we would go for a walk around the neighborhood with our flashcards and our sight words and our phonics. And then when we hit the word walk, we walk. And when we hit the word 10, we count to 10. And we're rhyming. And we're acting out the word jump and the word hop. We turned it into a skip. What do you think about it, Mika?
Yeah!
Super fun. Have a great week. And remember to increase the circulation to get that oxygen going in their brains before they start that hard academics for them.
Yeah! Bye! Hi, we're doing our phonics.
I got it.
And climbing a rock, well, I'm climbing a rock wall on this awesome park. So we're gonna get some stuff. Why don't we just get started?
Woo-hoo! All right, what sound is that? Nice. Okay, you take it. You win. What did you collect that leaf for, Mika?
I collected it for a little science project.
What are you going to do with this science project?
I am gonna microscope it.
You're going to look at it with a microscope?
Yeah.
And then what are you going to do?
I'm gonna draw a picture and write down some sentences.
Awesome.
But for right now, I think I'm just gonna make sure that this is safe and put it on.
So there's a few things that I really like them to have memorized, and the more things they can memorize, the stronger their brain is and the more kind of confidence they feel about it. One of the first examples in this video you're going to see is our phonics. So we have 70 phonograms. I like spell to write and read curriculum. So we focus on those 70, and also sight words. There are some sight words that don't make a lot of sense and why we spell them the way we spell them, like the word of, that's a F, not a V, even though it sounds like a V. The word said, S-A-I-D, but we say it like a eh, like an E sound. So these are really helpful, and this child is 8, so hopefully these will be helpful. I want to just bring up these points, all right? And so as you're trying these, please make comments below, and I hope that you join our group. So the first one is circulation. And I had another student this week. So these are things that are just happening this week. That's why I'm bringing them up. I had another student this week that just totally shut down, and she was making all these excuses as why she couldn't do her work. And she's a really movement-oriented child, very kinetic. She's a very good athlete. And so I just said, how about we do some handstands? And I just got her out of the chair and got her out of this I can't mindset. We already talked about that. And she just kept saying it, but I can't, but I can't, but I can't. And what triggered it was that she left her bag somewhere else and just didn't have her work with her. So I got her out of that by just doing some back bends, and she could just stand up and boom, just go right back. And then I said, all right, let's pick up one leg. And we, held our belly buttons, and I helped her hold her shirt down so she was comfortable, and just getting that smile back on their face. Other kids with the memory work, and if they're, just look at their body language. If they're slouched, or if they're yawning a lot, or if their eyes aren't tracking the cards that are coming by, or the engagement with their voices. Pay attention to how fast they can respond to your questions and your comments. These are the cues that let me know that we need to get that energy going. We need to bring up the circulation, maybe even get our eyes out into the sun. A couple of toe touches, like ragdoll, a couple of sun salutations if you're into yoga. Sometimes I even take Zoom breaks when I'm teaching on Zoom, and we do some yoga or some dance bop for kids. All right, so in this example, a couple of things just to practice that left brain, right brain coordination. This 8-year-old, we went on a walk, and as we were walking the sidewalks, there's a curb, and so we pretended like that was a balance beam. And so we got our hands wide open like we were a tightrope walker, did some big deep breaths, and then we ended up climbing up a rock wall, and she wanted to crawl because there were some steep inclinations.
I'm crawling!
She's crawling on the rock wall, doing her phonics.
I'm crawling on the rock wall, doing my phonics.
Yeah, girl. What sound is that?
T.
Good.
And crawling has a lot to do with when they are first developing the skill of walking and their eye distance between the ground and their processing. And it's why a lot of educators encourage children to cross crawl and to crawl because of that brain development that happens at that time. So I found it very interesting and useful. These are also Waldorf, inspired, and so we practice skipping too. Okay, so I'm going to tell you 5 strategies that I used this week. Okay, one is to act out the sight words. And we practiced our theater and a little bit of charades, and that was really fun. So acting it out can be really fun. Gaining more circulation. So just by taking a power walk. With that, we were skipping. Skipping is huge. It's your left brain, right brain, or cross crawl. Number 4 is to get that vitamin D, get that sunlight, get that fresh air. Do some other circulation activities outside. We even did skipping to skip counting. And really watch that right hand comes up with that left knee. And number 5 were the back bends or the handstands. And we crossed that too with some rolls and crunches. So we hugged our knees afterwards and practiced rolling on our spine. So those inverted poses, any inverted poses, really can help a gymnast or a surfer, in our case over here in Hawaii. So I hope that these help. You post down below. Remember, you look for those cues, all right? This is a lot about training us as their teachers or as their parents on how to read it when they're just stuck. And you really want to go for that exponential growth. So if you do these things first, if you pay attention to their cues and you switch gears to what's going to encourage them to be able to learn their memory work faster, you'll get more accomplished in a shorter amount of time.